JankyMind.com brings you the summary of the book, The Corrections, A Family's Collision with Modern Chaos in This Tragicomic Epic, by Jonathan Franzen, written and narrated by Janky Mind. Introduction. The Corrections is a journey into the heart of what makes a family tick. Meet the Lamberts. They're just like any family you might know, with their fair share of ups and downs. Enid and Alfred, the parents, are facing the challenges that come with growing old, while their children, Chip, Gary, and Denise, have their own roller coaster lives to manage. Imagine flipping through the pages of their life as if it were a family album. From the quiet streets of Jude to the never-sleeping New York City, their story could be the story of anyone, filled with hidden struggles, the balancing act of caring for aging parents, and the quest to find oneself amidst life's constant changes. It's a story woven with threads of love, sprinkled with regrets, and a reminder that in the chaos of the Lamberts' lives, we might just see reflections of our own families. So let's turn the page and begin this tale of life's intricate dance. Chapter 1. Meet the Lamberts. Welcome to the Lambert family saga, set in the cozy town of Jude, Missouri. Here, Enid and Alfred Lambert are facing the twilight of their years with a mix of courage and concern. Alfred, once a master of the railways, now finds himself derailed by Parkinson's disease, while Enid, his lifelong co-pilot, tries to keep their life on track. Their home, once filled with the laughter of children, now echoes with the silence of secrets and the ticking clock of time. Alfred, who could once whip up a storm of DIY projects, now finds even the smallest task a mountain to climb. His pride, as shield against his frailties, leaves Enid to steer through the stormy seas of his stubbornness. Enter Chip, their son, whose life is a whirlwind of chaos in the concrete jungle of New York City. His journey from academia to the cutthroat world of screenwriting is a bumpy ride of highs and lows, love and loss. When Enid and Alfred take a detour to New York before setting sail on a cruise, they step into Chip's world, and it's like mixing oil and water. Their reunion is a jigsaw puzzle of missed connections and unspoken words, revealing the distance that's grown between them. Chip's life is a jigsaw of ambition and reality, his screenplay a maze of dreams and doubts. His chase for love and success is as tangled as the city streets, and his bond with his sister Denise adds another layer to his complex character. As the Lambert story unfolds, it's a patchwork of life's joys and sorrows, a dance of time and change, and the unbreakable threads of family. It's a reminder that we're all navigating through life's edits, trying to find our place in the grand story. So let's dive into the Lamberts' world and see what lessons they have in store for us. Chapter 2. Family Friction. Meet Gary Lambert, a man caught in the hustle of Philadelphia, far from the sleepy town of Jude and the buzz of New York. His life is a mix of everyday home life and secret struggles. We find him in his darkroom, a place of peace where he develops old photos of his parents, stirring up deep feelings of respect and sadness. The quiet of his hobby is broken by his little son, Jonah, deep in the world of Prince Caspian, and the distant noise of a soccer match where his wife, Caroline, gets hurt. Then, a call from his mom, Enid, shakes things up, asking them to come home to Jude for one last Christmas. This call sets off a chain of events that show the stress in Gary's family life. Talking to Enid is like a careful dance, avoiding the real talk about the family get-together. But it's the news of his dad Alfred's invention, catching the eye of Axon Corporation, that really grabs Gary's focus, mixing business with family history. At home, we see a family quietly falling apart. Gary and Caroline argue about going back to Jude, revealing the cracks in their marriage. Caroline doesn't want to look back, but Gary can't let go of the idea of bringing everyone together, showing their hidden problems and different wishes. Gary feels torn as he tries to balance his family ties with the tension in his marriage and their changing values. It's not just about visiting Jude. It's about what family means to Gary and how he fits into the complicated Lambert story. The Axum Corporation's interest in his dad's invention becomes a key issue for Gary. It's a chance for business and a connection to his dad's work, adding to Gary's tough choices. Despite his success, Gary is struggling inside, hiding his sadness and turning to alcohol, while his marriage lacks a real spark. The tension grows as Caroline openly dislikes Street Jude, clashing with Gary's bond to his mom, Enid. This fight pulls Gary in different directions, making his inner battles worse. Even though he tries to leave his past behind, Gary's actions show he's still tied to his dad's ways, highlighting his inner conflict and unhappiness. Chapter 3. Ocean of Memories. On the Gunner Myrtle cruise ship, Enid and Alfred sail away from Street Jude into a sea of memories and marital troubles. Alfred, fighting Parkinson's disease, can't sleep, thinking back to their younger days and the ups and downs they faced together. He remembers the sweet start of their love and the bittersweet moments like their fight over money matters that sent him on a lonely work trip. That trip got messy when he gave a neighbor a hot stock tip, leading to insider trading trouble. Back home, Enid was juggling life with their boys, Chip and Gary, and all the family drama. Alfred's strictness with Chip at dinner, but his gentle side at bedtime, shows the two sides of being a dad. Their marriage isn't easy either. Alfred seeks comfort from Enid, but their talks turn into arguments, revealing the deep issues they have. Then there's a strange but intimate moment between them, mixing business talk and closeness, showing they still have a connection, even if it's complicated. As the night goes on, Alfred's mind plays tricks on him, and he talks to an imaginary figure, showing how much he's struggling inside. Enid, on the other hand, takes a pill to sleep, trying to escape the stress, but it doesn't really fix the problems between them. The next morning, they're at breakfast, unaware that Alfred is close to a dangerous fall. This cruise is more than a trip. It's a journey through their long, tangled marriage, filled with love, challenges, and the harsh reality of time passing by. Chapter 4. Dreams and Dilemmas. In Philadelphia's heart, Robin Passafero is a true city girl, but she's different from her socialist dad, Nick. Her life is tangled up with her brother Billy's wild ride, from protests to crime, ending in a shocking moment of violence that shakes up Robin's world and drags her into the messy politics of family and city life. Robin's other half, Brian Callahan, struck cold with his tech business and now dreams of shaking up Philly's food scene. He's got his eye on Denise Lambert to lead his fancy restaurant, The Generator. Denise's own story is a roller coaster, starting at Midland Pacific, where she fought hard to make her mark, even with a pesky coworker bugging her. She's always been stuck between her tough dad, Alfred, and her traditional mom, Enid, and their high hopes for her. Denise's life is full of twists and turns in love and self-discovery. From her rocky marriage to Emil Berger to her secret romance with Becky Hemmerling, she's always pushing against what's expected of her. And when she falls for Robin, it turns her world upside down and costs her the chef gig when their secret comes out. While Denise deals with her mess, her brother Chip is halfway across the world in Lithuania, cooking up dodgy deals and fake websites. His letters home to Denise show just how crazy his life is compared to the calm Christmas spies back in Philly. The Lamberts are a bunch of characters, each fighting their own battles. Philly, with its rough edges and complex vibe, is the perfect stage for their drama. Robin's fighting her family's past, Chip's walking a fine line between right and wrong, and Denise is trying to figure out who she really is. Their stories are a raw look at life, messy, tough, but always moving forward. Denise's tale isn't just about breaking rules. It's about finding her own way in a world full of mixed signals and pressures. It's about the tough job of being true to yourself while dealing with what your family and the world want from you. Chapter 5. Holiday Heartstrings. The Lamberts' last Christmas in Street Jude isn't filled with festive cheer, but with the chill of old quarrels and the ticking clock of time. Alfred's health is fading, and it's a wake-up call for everyone. Alfred, the family rock, is losing his fight with dementia and Parkinson's, leaving moments of clarity that slip into confusion. This shift shakes up the family, especially Enid, who's gone from homemaker to full-time caregiver, worn out by the effort to keep things normal. Gary's trying to fix things, but he's stuck in his own troubles and feels miles away from his family. Denise is on her own path, wrestling with who she is and her tangled relationships, trying to grow while everyone expects certain things from her. Chip's back from Lithuania, bringing a breath of fresh air and a hint of danger to the Lambert home, which feels stuck and heavy with burdens. The Christmas dinner table is heavy with things left unsaid, regrets, and a sense of something missing. This get-together doesn't mend old hurts. It shows just how delicate and complex their ties are. It's a real look at family life. Love mixed with bitterness, shared stories, and the relentless march of time. This Christmas is more than a holiday. It's a stage where each Lambert faces their own battles and changes. It's not the happy reunion you'd expect, but a raw look at each person's inner fights and how they deal with life's tough turns. The story digs deep into how even a close family can feel worlds apart. Gary's anger and Denise's breakthroughs aren't just personal. They show how times are changing and how family roles are shifting. As Gary gets ready to take over as head of the family and Denise tries to find her place, they're both pulled between what they want for themselves and what the family needs. The tale also explores how roles change as we get older. Enid's move from the sidelines to taking charge of Alfred's care shows a big change in who holds the power in the family. It's not just about Enid. It's about breaking free from old roles, especially for women. And quietly, the story questions the rules we live by, like how we see mental health, aging, and men and women's roles. The Lamberts' experiences make us think about our own views and push us to understand people better. Final summary. Alfred, once an engineer, now grapples with Parkinson's, while Enid, his wife, steps up to the tough role of caregiver. Their son Chip is juggling a shaky career and love life, and Gary, their other son, is tangled in marriage woes and a business that ties back to his dad. Then there's Denise, their daughter, who's on a quest to carve out her own place in the world, away from the family shadow. Their story peaks at a Christmas get-together, where hidden tensions, age-old rifts, and life's harsh truths all come to light. About the author. Jonathan Franzen captures the essence of family ties, societal issues, and ethical questions with sharp clarity. His novels, Freedom and Purity, are celebrated for their deep dive into social issues and the intricate layers of their characters. Franzen's writings mirror the nuances of American culture today, securing his place as a prominent voice in current literary circles. We have reached the end of this audiobook summary. To read the full book, check out the link in the description. Your purchase will support us to create more summaries for you. This summary was created by Janky Mind, your reliable guide to learning and growth. Please like, comment, and share your insights on the book. Thank you for watching.